Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. You have now tuned in to Gamers Treehouse. I wanted to discuss today something that's been on my mind lately, and that is the power consumption that our beloved gaming consoles are taking up. Now, in this day of age where our electricity charges and prices seem to be skyrocketing, much more so than in the past, we are a lot more in tune. We actually keep an eye on our power bills because, quite frankly, if we push it aside, it becomes a bit much to handle. Now, all our gaming consoles, naturally they consume electricity, they consume power. How much power exactly are they taking up? And that's what we're going to have a look at today. Now, we're going to be comparing the previous gaming generation's consoles, so the Wii, the PS3, and the Xbox 360. We will be comparing them to their counterparts, which is the Wii U, the PS4, and the Xbox One. Now, not surprisingly, out of the previous generations of consoles, the Wii was the lowest consuming one. It got 40 points here, whereas the PS3 got 64, which is understandable. The PS3 was considerably stronger than the Wii, and also the Xbox 360, which power-wise gets an extra 6 points on top of the PS3, which brings it up to 70. So we have the Wii 40, the PS3 64, and the 360 70. Now, what strikes me as very interesting is just how green efficient the Wii U is. Now, before haters jump on board and they're, oh, well, the Wii U is the weakest console. Once again, it is weaker than the PS4 and weaker than the Xbox One. That is true, but the interesting thing is it even compares to the previous console generation. That's right, you heard me correctly. The Wii U is obviously leaps and bounds a million times stronger than the original Wii was, being the proper HD console. It only consumes 37. The Wii, the weaker console, consumed 40. The Wii U only consumes 37. So Nintendo has come out not only with a stronger console than before, it takes up even less power. The Wii U is considerably stronger than both the PS3 was and the 360. Newer architecture, newer everything, better flow with their pipelines, better processor, better everything. It can take on a lot more. Now, that being so, the Wii U, even though it's stronger than the Wii, then the PS3, then the Xbox 360, consumes barely any power. The PS3 was 64, the Xbox 370 was 70, and the Wii U is only 37. And when you compare it to the other consoles, that's when things get way out of hand. The PS4 is consuming 181. The Xbox One is anywhere between 210 and 233. And the Wii U is 37. Yes, the Wii U is the weaker console, but not by that much. Not by these leaps of bounds with comparisons with electricity. It concerns me because even when we were playing the PS3, even back then we were noticing a little bit of a jump in our electricity bill every time it came through. So we were noticing that jump at just 64. That's the PS3. The PS4, yes, it is a beast. There is no going around that. But we've jumped from 64 to 181. And the Xbox One is even more guilty. 210 to 233. The PS4 consumes almost 5 times the amount of electricity. Almost, not quite. Almost. 5 times, it's 4.8% more. Sorry, 4.8 times more than the Wii U. And the Xbox One is even more guilty, with anywhere between 5 times more to 6.5 times more. So you're thinking, yeah, what does it matter? The other consoles are stronger, they consume more power. Yes, we can accept more power, but just to break it down in terms, you could sit down and you could power up Wii U and play Zelda and Mario Kart or whatever tickles your fancy, and you could have almost 5 of those consoles lined up to get the same power dosage as the PS4, and you can push that to a 6th console compared to the Xbox One. This is unacceptable. I truly believe that Nintendo must have been the only console manufacturer that took power consumption into consideration, into thought. And I'm not bagging the other companies for not doing that, because I'll be frank, I never cared before. I never looked into it. I didn't care. I almost still don't care. But then when I look at these and I think about the charges of everyday living, it brings me, a bit of joy, to be honest, that my electricity bill isn't going to go up that much as a result. Actually, compared to the Wii, which was plugged in before, I'm actually saving money. I think that, I don't know, maybe the next, obviously we're jumping way ahead in the future here, but I'm hoping the next consoles all take electricity into consideration. Gaming is a luxury hobby. It takes a lot of time and it takes even more money. So yeah, Nintendo, at the very least, electricity-wise, is definitely green, but seriously, well done to them though. I can't believe that their successor, the Wii U, actually consumes less electricity than the Wii. Like, that's just amazing. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little podcast. I didn't do a video to get into the whole rant thing because I wanted this this graphic to be in front of you while I'm talking so you can see it. And yeah, also a little bit of a slow week, gaming news wise. New Watch Dogs did come out and there's been a bunch of reviews, but I don't like talking about something I haven't experienced yet. Like, I haven't got my hands or my copy of the version just yet. I should get around to doing that. So yeah, I'll talk about that, maybe even give it a review once I've actually got my hands on. I'm not going to be cheesy here. I'm not going to read other people's reviews and then give my review based off a group of other reviews. That's not professional. So yeah, the greenest console. Who would have funked it? Anyways, you've been watching, or listening and watching, I guess, Gamers Treehouse. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And yeah, for those of you that never knew about this power consumption difference, does this come as a shock to you guys? This is a bit of a surprise? Do you honestly not care at all? And you're like, do not care, I'll pay the extra electricity charges, doesn't worry me in the least? Or are you a person that does like to be green where possible? Yes, the Wii U is the weaker console, there's no doubt about that, but it isn't that much of a difference. The PS4 is not 4 or 5 times more powerful. The Xbox One is not 5 to 6 times more powerful than the Wii U, but the amount of power they consume leads you to believe otherwise. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in, guys, and you have a great day. And if you're not having a great day, well, I don't know, go watch some funny YouTube clips, put a smile on your face, maybe even watch one of my other old clips. Anyways, peace out.